Hi cubies, here's Alexander again, and welcome to another painting tutorial. This time I will show you how to paint a cockpit. This here is an old RoboGear miniature called T-Rex. You can find this miniature on eBay for very cheap. It is good for painting practice and all that stuff. And our main focus today is the cockpit glasses here, and yeah, as you can see, I have primed him already in black. So there are several ways to paint cockpit glasses. Normally the cockpit glasses are clear, and so you don't really have to paint them. So you only paint the framework around the glass, and then it is clear, and you can look inside and you paint the interior. But sometimes you don't want to bother with painting the interior, so you want to paint the glass. But painting the glass is kind of tricky. So the best way to paint the glass is actually treat the glass like non-metallic metal. In that case, you paint a color transition from a dark to a bright tone from the top diagonal from the top corner to the bottom corner, from black to white in the color of your liking. For example, in blue or in green or in red or what have you, what you want to have your cockpit look like. So today we will paint a blue one, and in order to achieve this grain, obviously an airbrush is the best solution. So you start with a black, you make a mid-tone blue gradation, then you make a white gradation to the blue, and voila, you have your cockpit. But not everybody has an airbrush, and so I will show you now today a method how to achieve that. Well, not exactly that, it's a little bit messier, but it's a nice stylistic paint style. So at first, obviously, you need a black cockpit glass, and to make it real black, we will go over it again with some black paint. And what I'm using here as a brush is a size 12 brush, and this here has very soft bristles, and this is actually good for stippling, and what that exactly is I will show you in a second. So I will simply quickly paint that black paint on, and you see the difference between the black paint already and the primer. It is a different black tone. So obviously wash your brush properly. And then you need a very nice and clean brush for that. And then we will take our paper here, and we will start with Muckridge Blue. Give it a shake. Or, let's see, is that maybe better? No, we will use Contour Blue. This is better. This looks better. So, take a little bit of that on the palette. And then, like dry brushing, we will get rid of quite a lot of the color. And then we will paint a stipple on the blue paint, just like that, but leave the top corner here in black. See? And we're dabbing more towards the bottom. So again, some more paint. Then here we can make this straight from the top to the bottom, this part. And again here on this side, then just stipple it on. Just like that. So then the next color will be Solidor Sky, and we make a mixture out of the previous blue and the Solidor Sky. Again, give it a good wipe. And then again, we'll stipple that on. That's still too much paint on the brush. And then we will fade that into the contour blue. Oops, sorry, there I was out of the shot. Just like that. Here a little bit more. There we go. So, and the next part is we add white to the color. So, make it a good mix. And of course, again, wipe your brush. And as you can see, I'm not cleaning the brush. I'm just wiping the brush, and I'm not dipping the brush into the water because I don't want these bristles to be really wet. I want them to be dry. So now we're dabbing again, starting at the bottom. Not going all the way up yet. We will work our way upwards as soon as we notice that the amount of paint is a good amount. Yeah, that's good. You want to have a nice ability to fade. There we go. Just like that. So, and the last part here, with barely any color on the brush. Need to grab a little tiny bit of the paint again. So, and as you can see, we are getting there to creating a nice gradient. So, now for the final highlight, more white, and we are mixing only barely the top part here. So for those of you that have that color already, this is maybe the old Space Wolf Grey from GW. You can always use pre-mixed colors if you have those. If you have empty paint pots, you can always pre-mix your colors. You're not bound by the pre-mixtures from any company. If there is a color you need, just mix them. So, and now we will tap only the lowest part of the glass. Obviously this procedure will damage the brush. You see the brushes start to hooking up. This is because obviously this is a synthetic brush. They're bound to have this happen to them, and with this process you will definitely damage the brush with it. But well, this brush was €3.18, so who cares? If you're painting a $50 or $80 kit, you can definitely kill a brush while painting it. So, the last little dabs here and there, and voila, we have it. Now comes the final part. Definitely washing the brush properly. Until it is clean. You don't want to have your nice and soft brush to harden because you left some paint in it. So, okay, this brush is clean now. Get rid of that, and then we use some white paint. A little bit on the palette. A little bit of water in it to make it smooth. Oops, there's a little bit on the top. Okay, there we go. And with that, we will simply quickly paint a little white line in the lower corner. Just like that. So it doesn't matter if you are painting a little bit on the framework around the glass, but there we go. This is your stifled cockpit glass. I will clean up the cockpit glass now with black, and well, I'll show you the end result after that. Be right back. Okay, tubies, here we go. So does it look with nice black painted edges of the cockpit. And the last thing that we can do is now paint some nice reflective streaks into this whole thing. And for that we will need a nice and fine brush. So we get again some white paint, also some water in it. And then we make very fine lines, barely touching the surface, like that, here and there, just like that, always in the same direction. Come on, be nice. There we go. So, there you have it. Cockpit glass in the paintbrush mode. I hope you liked this tutorial, and we see us in the next video. Your Alexandra.